So today I'll be going to talk about the homeopathic therapeutics in case of boils and abscesses. So whenever you're writing therapeutics in case of any diseases, you have to write in a pattern what I've discussed previously. So today I'll be going to talk about few very characteristic symptoms of the remedies. So that is helpful whenever you're writing therapeutic part of the boils as well for the clinical practice. So let's start. Our first remedy is arnica. In case of arnica, there's a crops of boil which are present all over the body, and it begins with the soreness of that part which is progressed to the suppurative stage, and there's a presence of itching which is aggravated after scratching. So that's about arnica. Next is arsenic. When the boil and abscesses is progressed to the gangrenous changes and present with the characteristic pain like lancinating, cutting, burning pain, and that have aggravated by warm application and after scratching, and along with this physical symptom, patient present with the extreme restlessness. So these physical particular symptom is present in one more remedy, that is carbo-vetch. But the only differentiating factor between arsenic and carbo-vetch is arsenic patient is present with more of extreme restlessness, but that is not present in case of carbo-vetch. So that's the only differentiating factor between arsenic and carbo-vetch. So next is belladonna. In case of belladonna, there is a scarlatina eruption which is present, and there is a eruption which have the tendency for the suppuration, and belladonna is given into the initial inflammatory stages, and the characteristic pain in case of belladonna, there is a throbbing pulsating pain, and patient present with more of sudden symptom. There's an eruption which is like red, inflamed, tender, and there's an induration of the eruption after suppuration. So that's about belladonna. After belladonna, there is a hepar. In case of hepar, there is a torpid ulcer which is encircled by the boil, and there is a skin which is very sensitive to touch, and there is a papular eruption which have a tendency for the suppuration and that have the characteristic pricking pain. In case of boil, the characteristic pain of hepar self is there is a throbbing and sticking pain, and it is indicated after belladonna. So that's hepar. After hepar, there is a Merck soil. In case of Merck, there is a vesicular eruption with the discharge, and the discharge is more of excoriating acrid discharge, and the eruption is like a coppery colored eruption. There is a itching which is aggravated during night and by warm application. So that's Merck. After Merck, next is Silesia. In case of Silesia, there's a crops of boils which is present, and instead of healing, it is continue to discharge, and the characteristic of discharge is thin, watery, fetid, and usurious with a foul odor. So that's the characteristic discharge of hepar, and it is indicated after Merck. When the Merck is not working, when the Merck is no longer helping to the patient, then the Silesia is to be thought, and Silesia there is a recurrent boils are coming with the continue to discharge. So that's the Silesia. So these remedy you can give based on the pathogenesis or the stage of disease. For example, to the initial inflammatory stages, we can thought of belladonna, hepar sulf, and to the later inflammatory stages, Merck and Silesia can be thought of. So these can be relate with the miasmatic approach also. So that's about boil and abscess. So whenever you're writing therapeutics of the boil and abscess, you have to and you should write all these remedies to score good marks. Thank you.